Okay, so there's someone who's been talking to me for like 10 years. And they, I mentioned yesterday in my video, someone sent me money and I didn't go pick it up because the repercussions of taking money from people just isn't worth taking money from anyone. And I was thinking just a minute ago about something else that happened there. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's another reason why I didn't take the money is because this person had been watching me for like 8 years and they continually like refuted the things I said. And they acted stupid. Like they did at first, they tried to act like they didn't know what I was talking about, and almost like they were trying to get information from me to see how much I knew. And then turned like 6 years later, we're having a conversation where they act stupid, and then all of a sudden they know what I'm talking about, and they like say the special magic word that we're not allowed to say. And I'm like, how the hell do you know what that word even is? Because you're like not smart enough to understand it. It turns out to be this person's obviously smart enough to understand it, and they're just acting stupid behind an account somewhere in USA. And yeah, so they did it again the other day. Like I started talking to them again after like 2 years of not talking to them or something like that. Then I stopped talking to them again for like 6 months, and I forget all this stuff, so I forget my lessons and stuff. I have to relearn them. And they did the same thing, pretty much. They like used the name, and this time they understood what the name means, except for they didn't. They said it only means certain things. And I'm like, it's like if you're obsessed with me, if you're like a female obsessed with me, and you've been watching me for 10 years, there's no reason to question anything I say. Hell, these people's teachers at their school wouldn't ever question anything I say. I corrected the teachers at school when I was a child. So there's no reason for a groupie obsessed with me to question what I say and deny what I say, especially if they've been watching me for 10 years. You would think they could learn one thing, the one thing I say repeatedly for 10 years. You would think if you're watching me for 10 years, unless you're like just looking at my penis for 10 years and trying to get a visualization of me naked, then you should understand. When I'm watching females just for that, I understand like they're selling clothes, they're trying on clothes, right? I get that one thing besides the fact they have a nice body. Okay, so I didn't get that far. So this person's manipulative, and they have a U.S. Army jacket they wear in one of their posts too, which like that's like terrorism right there. And I assume like that's who that is. But also, it's one of these red-headed Irish people, and that's also who they've sent to assault me when I've been running for president at protests and stuff. And they sent their little red-headed freaks out to assault me, and then they had their camera crew turn away, even though it was a great little incident. And then they had their little rat selves come out when I was about to start killing the person and like drag me out of the situation. And then the pigs in Columbus, Ohio, wouldn't like beat the crap out of that rat faced trans female who dragged me out of the situation, even though she's kidnapping me. And so it's like, when I think of all this, we should destroy Columbus, Ohio. Just hit it with nukes, erase it off the mountain. Because if you guys are going to stand around and let this stuff happen, say fucking hello to the devil.